Hi, welcome to the Party Chat Podcast. This is episode 2. I'm your host, Brandon Navia, and I'm with Dog.
Sandman. So
We have a special guest here with us today. If you can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Juliet.
Uh, so the main thing that we're going to be talking about today is just we're going to stray away from the sports topic. We know we're mostly a channel that talks about sports, but in the Party Chat, you can really talk about anything. So that's what we're going to be exploring today. One thing on our minds a lot is the college lifestyle, because we're all freshmen in college, so we're trying to see the different experiences. Because Doc, Salmon, and I, we all go to a community college, and Juliet goes to university. So especially in these times of a pandemic and everything, so we're really just going to talk about like the differences and the experiences from going to this community college and then like a university and the differences between them and like everything they're doing.
yeah, for sure.
So I would first like to start off just like with Juliet's experience, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so I go to Texas State University. That's up in San Marcos. So my experience so far has been pretty good. I'm in a dorm, Tower Hall Titans, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
the dorm experience has been pretty good. Campus life is really, although it's during COVID, so it's not as like poppin' as it would be
Yeah.
the other year.
Texas State, little party school.
Yeah, there definitely are, but I don't go to them.
Partake in that.
Good.
So it's pretty good. There's a lot of stuff you can do on campus. There's like, we have a library that's completely open. There's study rooms all throughout the library. We have like an LBJ we can go to study. I go there a lot to study with like a group of my friends. And but yeah, it's pretty good. We can't have like guests over at our dorms anymore, so it's kind of limited in that aspect. But so far, it's pretty good. Classes are pretty good. Yeah.
Is there any new clubs you've been looking into, or just trying to discover, see which ones you have interest in?
So I've been told like before I went into college, like my first semester, just like don't really do anything. So I wanted to join the water polo team. They have a club. But I mean, water polo is like you're really close up. I've gotten the flu so many times from people in water polo just spitting in my face. So I figured
It
disgusting.
probably is not the best idea.
That's disgusting.
I decided not to do that. But I think I'm gonna start looking at clubs maybe for next semester or next year. I'm not gonna be on campus next semester, so I don't know if I could really do that. But I think probably next year I would start looking at them. But there's a lot of clubs. There's literally clubs for anything, like astrology, like
What's something you'd be interested in joining?
probably like y'all are gonna laugh at me when I say it. But probably like the LGBT one, y'all know.
Okay.
That's cool.
No, yeah.
I don't know. There are a lot of clubs. Astrology looking real right. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, they're looking good for me right now.
But
And my fault. You say you're gonna be at home next semester. Is that like your choice or like they are they making you?
no, so yeah, that's my choice. I already like registered for all my classes, and like they're all online.
Okay.
Except like you don't have to go into class. Like you can just do it online if you want.
Oh, okay.
So I'm doing that, and I'm trying to cancel my dorm just because saving money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It definitely is a lot. It's a lot of money. Like my dorm and like my meal plan that you have to have if you're in a dorm is like $5,000 on its own.
Yeesh.
It's ridiculous.
So,
Yeah. I
Crazy.
feel that.
So are you doing the online Zoom? Oh, my fault.
No, that's you.
Okay. Are you doing the online Zoom or are you doing it online at your own pace?
I took one of my classes is online at my own pace completely. And then the other ones are on Zoom. Well, I have one that's like, all right, I have 3 that I have to be at, but my rest of my classes are, the rest of the days is all on Zoom. Like I don't go in until like Thursdays and Fridays.
Okay, that's cool.
That's cool.
So, what is that the biggest reason for the shift, like from you wanting to leave and just stay at home? Is it just like a financial thing, or is just the campus lifestyle isn't your thing?
So it's mainly like the financial thing.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have to pay like my scholarships. I wouldn't have to pay any money if I wasn't in a dorm. So mainly that, but also like no hate to my roommate. She's great, but
So, like,
with one person, like or
Mhm.
like another person, so close because I mean like you're in the same room with them all the time. Like
yeah.
I've been lucky. She's been in Houston all like for like a month maybe. So it's been just me, but I know she's gonna come back. And, like no hate.
Yeah.
But it's just about like a privacy thing, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone wants their own personal space, and like once you're spending so much time with someone, especially like like I've never been in a dorm, but I expect like there to be no doors, so y'all are basically sharing just a big room together. So it's like at some point you get
the
enough.
room is my room here, so it's like
It's like how
two
much,
people.
and in a very small room.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Especially with someone that's like a stranger that you never met before. I feel like that'd be awkward for me, at least.
Like just out of nowhere, you're just like you don't get to really decide. You're like, all right, we're moving in together.
Yeah.
No, exactly. We're pretty like we get along. Like the things we like do, like I guess like our hobbies and stuff, pretty much align. But our personalities are definitely a little bit different.
Yeah.
So it's just getting used to that. All of a sudden, it was definitely like a little bit of a struggle.
And then also too, like adapting to their lifestyle, like with the things that they want to do, because some things that they might seem fit, like that are cool to them, they might not be cool to you. And then even just like trying to address a problem, like this is a stranger to you, so you've never really talked to them before. So how do you go about addressing certain situations or problems if you don't know that level?
For example, like with that, like I can't sleep with any light on, right? I don't sleep with light on. Like it needs to be pitch black. So she has to have the light on when she sleeps or like when she goes.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, like oh my god.
Like have a nightlight plugged into the wall.
Yeah, I was not sleeping until like 3 a.m. and I would have classes at 8. Like
it does not mix. It does not mix.
So like I brought it up. Like I was just kind of like out of nowhere. I was like, hey, can I turn off the light when you go to bed? Like I'll just get off my bed and like once you're asleep, I'll do it myself. Like I just try and like bring something up like as quick as possible because like I don't want.
Yeah, you don't want to seem rude or like you don't want to seem like you're trying to step on their toes, but at the same time, like it's affecting you, so you don't really.
It's kind of annoying. Like I wouldn't want that. I would just like, bro, like let's be honest. Like we're grown. Like let's just sleep without the light on. That's what I would have said.
It's really just about how you approach the situation.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight with her because I have to live with her, right? Like we're like
real
close.
True. That's true.
We don't really. I mean, especially her. Like I was fortunate enough to go to Texas State with friends. I'm pretty close to home, so like my friends come up sometimes. She is from Houston, so it's a 3-hour drive. And so then she doesn't have any friends that came here or came to Texas State. So she's definitely in the dorm a lot more than I am. So whenever I'm in the dorm, she's usually there. And all of her classes are online. So I don't really have like personal time. I like to do things like by myself. So
yeah.
I just don't want to fight with her. You know.
And does like did like the pandemic have any like effect on you, like for you choosing that, or like this is all just like different reasons why you're like going home next semester?
It's just like, I mean, like, I'm not really worried about the pandemic when it comes like being on campus. They're pretty safe, honestly. They're doing pretty well. I mean, we get emails like every week like regarding like how many people have it on campus, and it's down to like 40 out of like thousands of students. So it's not bad, and I'm not really worried. And like I said, like, and the classes are pretty spread out. Like all the classes that I'm in, like that I have to go to, it's like half capacity. So it's like, it's not pretty bad. It's just basically just like the financial thing and stuff like that. Like all online classes. So like, why do I need to be there? You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Yeah. And is there like testing available there? Like.
Yeah. So have, and I know most other colleges have it too. Like we have free testing on site. And it's not the like the instant results or like the rapid testing, but definitely, I mean, it's still an option. It's still free. So
yeah, it's better than nothing, especially because especially in this time, like a lot of people are weary or like cautious about it, and it's good to know like out of all these thousands, you know what I'm saying, thousands and thousands of students, like it's such a small number, so it's like we can try and avoid it. You know what I'm saying?
Have any of y'all got tested before?
I have. I got tested twice.
I've
Have
gotten
you
tested
tested?
once. I've gotten tested once.
Have you, Doc?
Yeah, I got tested once because I came back from Dallas, so I wanted to make sure
That's good.
Mm.
I get all my
I have
family
never
sick or
gotten
anything.
tested.
Bro,
I don't know if that's bad, but
I mean,
I've
it's
never
up to your
felt.
opinion.
I haven't felt sick, so it's like there's no need for me to go.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
I just
that.
got tested. Why did
Just
I
to
get tested?
just to be on a safe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I've thought about it, but that was back when it was. I mean, I know it's getting worse
When it
now,
was
but it
serious.
doesn't feel like it is.
You know what I'm
But
saying? Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
like we're on a lockdown, like I was kind of like, oh, like I always thought I was sick, but I never really was. So I always thought about just going just to be safe, but I never did it.
Mhm.
Yeah, my friend works at a clinic, so
Mm.
it's easy for me to like set up an appointment. Like I didn't have to go through like a site or a doctor. I just went through her, and like, she did it for me. I mean, it cost money and like, but it was pretty like rapid like testing. So it wasn't
That's
that bad,
good.
and it wasn't as expensive as.
So
And
how
did you
about
have to get that
y'all's?
test
Like
before
Doc,
you went
how's
there?
your college experience been?
I mean, it's pretty boring, honestly. I feel like it's just like high school all over again. Like that spring semester we had, like everything just online. Like I feel like the high school, or my high school work was kind of harder than my college work. To be honest with you, because like college work, like for my history class, all I have to do is like one weekly assignment. It's like what happened on this day of this day, and you can just put it, like you can just Google it. And then I have like an essay I have to write once once every 2 weeks in my English class, but it's mostly about like your opinion and like what you're mostly into. Like, I'm writing about like music right now, and we're writing about instruments or your favorite dance, and that's something interesting, and I really don't struggle about writing. And then I had my SDev class, which is like the basic intro for freshmen. So that means my schedule's not that hard. So it's just going there. It's just repetitive because I go in my class, I just sit there, listen to them talk and leave. So it's like I feel like I'm not really meeting anybody. You're just in that Zoom class, just feeling like isolated. Like most of the time, I'm like in there. Everybody has like their screens off, so like no one really pays attention to the teacher besides when they ask questions. So I'm mostly on my phone, just playing games or watching videos.
Honestly, I feel like that's the biggest difference between like from the university standpoint and then a community college standpoint. It's just like, but for us three, we're like at home all the time. We're really just online classes. We're not getting the interaction we need with our peers. So like we really don't know too much about them. We're not getting that experience, that college experience, one. And then even two, when let's say you need help for certain things, like the teachers aren't always going to be there. Going to be like, oh, like ask your classmates, ask them for help. But how am I supposed to ask them for help if like I really don't know them? If we don't even have a bond, if I don't even know how they look. You know what I'm saying? The cameras are always off. So I think that's like the biggest adjustment because like when you see them in person, it's different. Like you create that bond, you create that relationship that you can't fake, you can't mimic over a Zoom call. You know. So I think that's like the biggest transition, or like one of the biggest changes. And also like when Juliet was talking about clubs, like there's such a vast majority of selection at a university opposed to a community college. Like certain things that I was like trying to look into or like wanting to learn more about, they might not have a club for it. So it limits my interests. So that's a big thing that I've like looked at from like a university standpoint and also from a community college standpoint.
Yeah, so I wish like the one thing we had with like sports teams that'd be pretty cool, like to go out to events and be able to like to go cheer for your school. That's like I feel like the biggest difference between university and like community colleges, because like I feel like I would be like at like football games. Like I feel like that's how you interact with more different people that like you have bonds with or like the same thing over. I feel like that's the one thing that's key for me that's missing a lot because I love sports a lot. I feel like once I get to a university or wherever I go, that's gonna be a big part of like meeting people and doing other things.
Even from like an income standpoint, like sports bring in a lot of money to your university or your school. So like that just improves other things like your education, like your access to certain things like laptops, like a whole bunch of different, it just opens up a whole bunch of different things. So I think from that standpoint, it does a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I mean, even now, like during everything, like, I mean, I've been to like university sports games before, and I mean, they were super fun. You know what I mean? That's definitely something I miss. I love going to football games. Like, so while I mean, we do have some at Texas State. They're probably not the safest right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I am really like happy that at least next year, like I'll be able to like go to sports games. I mean, I love doing that, and you're definitely right about like the fact like it brings in a lot more income. So like we have laptops. If I don't have a laptop, like next semester I have to have a Windows computer for one of my classes, and I have a Mac. But they have some at school that I can use for free. I can use a printer for free, and like it definitely brings like a lot more quality, I guess, to like
benefits to your school.
Yeah, honestly, because like you can get a lot more things than we could probably get offered like at a community college. I'm not saying that we're not getting offered things, but it might not be.
This is better.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It might be the same quality as you're getting, but that's just based off
like Jew, you got a whole ass brand new laptop.
yeah,
Like this
laptop,
laptop
everything.
came out.
They
They just
just
gave it to him too. He said, "Here, here you go.
You
We
don't
don't need
even
it."
want it.
he's like,
He said you
Shout
can
out
keep it. No big deal.
Shout
yeah,
out.
so.
We'll see him soon. Anyway.
But okay, so speaking of the college lifestyle, so what has been the biggest transition you think from being a high school student to now being a college student?
Definitely the biggest like transition is just like, I mean, you said this before, like before I could talk to my classmates if I needed help, or like I could like, and I can still do that now in the classes that I have, but it's definitely like I don't know them as much. You know, in high school I spent like a whole like year with these people. I'm only spending a semester with these people in my classes. I used to spend every day. I used to see them every day in class. I only see some of these people once a week. So it's definitely like that's definitely a big difference. And like, of course, I'm away from home. Like, yeah, I do have the privilege of being pretty close to my home, so I can come home and like do my own thing at home and like be in. I love San Antonio. It's like I can't be there as much. You know what I mean? Or be here as much. So that's definitely the biggest transition. Like just getting used to a whole new environment with whole new people that I don't really know as well. That's something that like I definitely had to get used to.
Because it shows like depending on like who you are as a person, like if you're like an outgoing person, if you're like a very talkative person, then of course it's gonna be easier to make those connections, those friends. But if you're really not the most talkative person and you're just getting thrown into a whole new environment, it's really hard to try and adapt and survive in that environment, especially like with everything happening. It even makes it even harder to do all those things.
Yeah, I think
No,
it's
definitely. Like I mentioned before, like we're very different, like in personalities. I'm definitely more outgoing, and it's been easier, like talking to people. Like I talk to people in the elevator all the time, or I talk to people like when I'm at the dining hall, or like even in classes. Like I'll say something to someone like when we were walking out. But for my roommate, she's definitely more introverted and not as outgoing. So it's definitely harder for like I guess that type of like personality to like meet people. So that's definitely probably a much bigger adjustment for them.
100%.
But yeah, no, like I was gonna say, like I think like for us, like we just haven't got that chance yet to like interact with people like in person, and so like what my teachers kind of do sometimes, like they put us like in breakout rooms and like kind of force us to talk, but it's just so awkward. Like
it's so different. It's so different.
Like since I've never seen them, like I'm not like I don't want to like be like I try, but like no one else just participates, and it's just so hard. So at this point, like I just don't do anything. You know, it's like, and our teachers are trying to like get us to interact and talk, but we just don't, and it kind of sucks.
Because
it kind of sucks too because it gives the option to do like the black screen, so you just see names. So it's like
yeah, that's
you can't see the person's face who you're talking to. Yeah.
And especially like from an in-person standpoint, like we can decide based off like our conversation with a certain person or like how we like person vibe if this is someone like we want to continue talking to or like build a relationship with. But if we're just getting forced in a breakout room just to talk to random people that we've never met before, we're not really deciding to like build that relationship. We're just kind of getting forced to build a relationship. So you know what I'm saying? It just kind of seems fake. So that's the only thing I really don't like. Like, how am I supposed to build a bond with my other classmates if I don't even like I can't even get the chance to really know them? I'm just getting thrown into this breakout room with no knowledge of who these people are.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, I definitely agree. Like compared to like my in-person classes, the breakout rooms are like so not like helpful.
Not it. They're not it.
Yeah, one of my classes like it's my English class. Like we're not forced, but like he has us like the people that are sitting around each other. Not just this random person in the room. It's these people that I'm around the entire class. So it's like it's definitely easier to talk to them and like we're in person and we're like actually like getting to know each other's like auras and stuff like that and like each other's vibes. So it's like that's definitely a lot easier than like being in a random breakout room. I was just in one and it was like literally the worst thing. I was the only one speaking. It was me and this other girl out of like 10 people.
Yeah, because
like
even when you're not in a breakout room, oh my bad.
No, like when I was telling you like a week ago, I was like in my math class and he put us in breakout rooms to like work on our homework together, right? And these dudes like started sharing their screen and they're playing Minecraft with each other. I'm like, well, like what is
That,
happening? Like I'm trying
that's
to
pretty live.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
That
trying
sounds
to
fun.
I think I would have hopped in. I think I would have started
Yeah,
with them.
you have to join the game. You just got to at that point.
Yeah.
I really like we can't like I'm really like I need help. Like I'm trying to do my homework.
I would say the only thing is like a lot of more random stuff happens like on an online Zoom call. Like a lot more like non-educational random stuff happens. Like how you said,
Like some funny stuff.
like yeah, like how you said the Minecraft thing. Like me, like I was middle of class and we were all presenting, like all doing like a presentation on civil rights movement, civil war and stuff like that. And then out of nowhere, this guy joins late into the class. Someone's mid talking, like they're presenting their thing, and he's like, "I'm so sorry, I joined late, miss. I just got fired from like the greatest job of all time. My girlfriend left me." And he was like saying his whole life story, and I just felt so bad for not like, yes, but also like he just cut off this person speaking, like he has no regard for that. But it's like you feel bad for him, so you're not going to tell him to stop talking. So we're just hearing him rant for like 10, 15 minutes, just stopping the whole class, and there's like nothing we could do. The teacher's not taking control of the situation. Like he has his camera off, so you don't even know who he is. It's just like anonymous. So it's like they really just do whatever they want. So that's something. That's something.
I see a lot of like random stuff, like maybe things that I don't exactly want to see, like shirtless. Like I did not need to see that. So like most of my classes on Zoom, like you have to be present, like, or you have to have your camera on.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm seeing these rooms, like people's rooms. Like I see Confederate flags. I see like random pictures of like people's families. I'm like, okay, like people like straight up like no shirt on, like probably no body shaming, but probably shouldn't be having a shirt off in class. You know what I mean? Like
it's just proper etiquette. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like not everyone's trying to see that. I feel that, but that's like the thing. Like I would say probably for like the first week or two, the teachers were kind of on everyone about like turning their cameras on and like trying to see the students. But now it's like no one has their cameras on. No one. They'll just have it off, and we'll just be
Do whatever.
just hearing them talk. That's basically what it is. Hearing them
No, it
talk.
was crazy. Today I was in my English class, and this girl was like walking to her car, drove to work, and was at Cane's making some chicken.
you sent
But I'm
me.
just watching this chick like in class making Cane's chicken. I'm like, bro, what do you do? Is like either be at work or be in class. Like you can't just do both at the same
Not
time.
even paying attention, probably.
Like you're not even paying attention. Like I just saw her walking back and forth, like handing out boxes. I'm like, bro, can I get one? I'm like,
Do you feel like the high school classes that you took, like college-esque classes, helped you prepare for the college life or college classes?
yeah, so I've definitely been taking like I've taken college prep classes since my freshman year. So like AP and like other stuff like that. I definitely feel like they definitely got me prepared for college and just kind of like the high speed aspect of college, like all the AP classes in high school and like the on-ramps classes, like they were definitely high demand and like a heavy workload. So that definitely got me used to like a lot of small assignments that like I see in college. Like AP classes, especially, they're very writing intensive. So like constantly writing essays, short answers, and like DBQ stuff like that. So like in my college classes that I'm taking now are all most of them are writing intensive. Like even not my my English class. Besides that, like my philosophy class is also really writing intensive. I'm writing like essays every week. You know what I mean? And like in my college writing class, that's like I'm writing like long, big, research intensive essays all the time. Like I'm writing another one right now. So they definitely got me prepared for that. They got me really like they prepared me for that mental aspect of like I need to get things done. I need to do this, or I'm not going to get the credit for college. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause it's like a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? Like once there's money and like bread on the line, it's like all right, now I'm like paying for my education. Like
Yeah.
you're just gonna basically hold yourself. Like if you don't do these certain things, cause like you don't want to lose out on money. You know what I'm saying? Like in high school, like yeah, you have time to mess around because you're not paying to learn. But at this point, like to further your knowledge, to further your education, you have to be paying. So it's like you have to be really committed to the workload. Like how you were saying, it's very like essay oriented. Like even in like when me and Juliet were in high school, we had a statistics class together, and even then, like it's more writing intensive. Even although for a math class, you know what I'm saying? Like even from a math class standpoint. But from being on that Canvas experience, I feel like it got me more prepared. Just dealing with Canvas and everything, because we didn't. Like I feel like now, like a lot of students, like when we hop in Canvas, like they don't know what they're doing, or they don't really know what to look for. But since being it in high school, like I already know what to look for, I already know how to work it, like I already know everything about it. So like I didn't need a refresher on that. So
definitely. I have talked to a lot of people like, oh my god, like I have no clue how to use this. Like, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do that? And taking those classes, taking that on-ramps class made it so much easier for me to like get used to it. I feel like I had practically no adjustment getting used to the online aspect with Canvas because of the class that I took.
Yeah,
that definitely helped.
I feel that.
Do y'all like just this online, like on Zoom, or do y'all want to go back?
I
feel like it has its perks.
You know what I'm saying? There's just like two sides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's always the two sides to it. Like,
so for me, I just feel like it's kind of hard sometimes, like, cause it's like I just don't have like the drive to do like to go to class. Sometimes I'm like it's right here, but it's like I'm at home, bro. Like I just don't want to get up. Like,
on my life.
I feel that exactly.
But like when it's like in person, like okay, like I need to wake up, I need to drive to school, I need to focus, like sit there in the classroom. Like for me, I think that's like how I learn better, honestly. And it's just so hard doing it online.
Yeah, I feel like honestly I'm the opposite, kind of like. I mean, like in high school, I had a pretty bad attendance issues.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that one in my heart.
Yeah, so it makes it so much easier because it's like, okay, I don't have to go anywhere. Like I don't have to wake up super early to get ready. Like I can just brush my makeup really quickly if I really need to, which most of the time I don't on Zoom. My classes that I have in person, it's definitely really hard to get myself to go to them. Like even though like it's just literally a 5-minute walk away, it's still like, damn, I have to leave my
It's like just about I don't like, you know what I'm saying, just getting out of your comfort zone. Like I gotta get up, I gotta do this, that, and the third. I feel like with me, like being in the online class is easier because from the standpoint in which, like how you were saying, like I don't gotta get up, I don't gotta, like I can go to my phone and go on my laptop. I'm like, all right, I'm in the class. Docs are very excited or depressed about this series right now.
Sorry, it's like he almost hit a home run. Like almost.
He's tripping over the World Series right now. But now we're saying from that type of standpoint, like it's a lot easier for me to just wake up. I'm like, all right, let's join the class, let's get it going. Like from going to school physically, like I'm not a morning person, like whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, whatsoever. So like that being eliminated for me, because I get to pick the times I get to go into classes, I get to pick. I think that's really beneficial. And then from an in-person standpoint, since I don't have to wake up at that time, I feel like it would be a lot easier for me to like go in and interact with these people because I'm saying it's not early in the morning. I'm not doing something that I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like school might not be the thing that I want to do the most, but it's something to further your knowledge, to further your education. So it's something that needs to be done. So like from like a waking up standpoint, from an attendance standpoint, like I don't like waking up like that. Like there's always pros and cons, perks and the downside, you know.
Yeah, I definitely know what you're saying. Like I learn way better in like in-person classes. I feel like I love the online classes that I'm doing good, but I definitely miss that like.
Yeah, that learning experience is so much different. Like you actually feel like you're grasping knowledge and stuff instead of like, okay, let's hear it on a Zoom lecture. You know what I'm saying? Like
staring at a screen.
Yeah, it's like okay, like for me personally, when I like stare at a screen the whole time, like I have to watch. Like I have to hear like more than once in order for me to like, especially if it's on a screen, like when I watch YouTube videos or certain videos or like podcasts and other stuff to gain more knowledge on something, I can't just watch it once because I feel like it doesn't really retain with me. Like I have to watch it more than once, especially on the video aspect, to really gain, like to really get what I want from it. So I
Yeah.
feel like the same from classes too. Like from an in-person standpoint, like I'm there, you know, I'm physically there. Like I'm in it, you know. Like I feel it. So
Yeah.
that's the biggest adjustment.
I don't think for me is like I just like not that I am lazy, but I just feel lazy. Like all I do is I roll out of bed and I just hop in front of the screen. Like I want to like get up, get ready, like draw, like go out,
Go do
like
something,
to
you know
go
what I'm saying?
somewhere.
Show off your clothes, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly.
Show off the fit, do something, you know what I'm saying?
Like now I just wear
I
like
feel
this.
that. I
Like
feel
everything I sleep in, I just hop in my class and then like
that.
Yeah.
I feel
I
that. I feel
kind of
that.
miss
Like you
that
don't really
guy.
gotta worry about too
I
much.
just feel like the online classes make us form bad habits.
Mhm.
Like, it makes us lazier as people. Like I feel like our generation was already like lazy, I used to say, because like we have technology, like everything pretty, like we get everything faster. And now with like school being online, it's just like, man, all I gotta do
Something
is get up
else.
3 minutes, like get up 3 minutes before I have class, and then roll out of bed,
Yeah.
turn on my laptop, and
And
just
that's
turn off my
yeah.
phone. Like it's just nice.
And that's
I,
but
I
that's
feel
what
like
I like about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't gotta wake up an hour in advance, get ready, do
Yeah.
this, that, and the third. Like I'm like, all right, let's go.
I
Let's
like
go.
I like that. The only reason why like I'm against like going back to school is because I have like a 40-minute drive there,
Yeah, you
like
live far.
in traffic, and then like a 40-minute way back. So I feel like that's the only reason why I don't want to like I kind of don't want to go back because like I guess my commute would just be terrible. Like
You
and I
got
would hate to drive
8
that.
a.m.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
have 8 a.m.s too. So
Yeah, wake
tripping.
up at like fucking 6:30.
Yeah, tripping.
yeah,
Not
Tripping.
I
even.
know, bro. And the way I dress, bro, I'll probably be like the slob, bro. Just wear sweatpants, hoodies.
Yeah,
You
because
would not be catching me in a nice fit any of those days.
Yeah, fuck that for you. Yeah, like for us,
Yeah.
like I mean, this is like by Stevens, it's like 10 minutes
Yeah, no,
away.
bro. I missed that drive, just being able to go there, and it was close for me too. Like I was literally like 3 minutes away from the school, so I would literally wake up probably like
Yeah,
45 minutes before. So it's just, what I hate. That's the one thing that sucks about living in Bernie. It's freaking everything's a freaking 20-minute, 30-minute drive just to do anything fun or get something to eat.
yeah.
how do y'all feel like from like a scheduling standpoint, like how college has treated you? Like, do you feel like it fits your schedule a lot more, or does it hurt it a lot more in a sense?
For me, I think it fits it because I made it. You know, like I chose, like I sat down, I'm gonna go to school these days, and I'm gonna work these days. So like I made that. You know, like with high school, it's kind of like you always have to work around the schedule that they give you. And so I feel like in that aspect, like since I was the one that had to plan it, like it's been working really good for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, especially like with my schedule right now, like almost all my classes, like I like I said, like I don't have to go in until like Thursdays. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like I have my whole week, even with the classes that I'm like I have during those days, they're on Zoom and they're not long. So like I feel like I have like a good amount of the week to do my own thing and like really study like when I need to study. Like I pull like me and a couple of my friends, like we pull a lot of like not all nighters, but we stay up pretty late studying. So I
Hmm.
don't have to worry about like my schedule in the morning. Like I do have 8 a.m. classes, but I only have one that I need to like
Hmm.
go to. So it's not bad, you know what I mean? Like it definitely works better with my schedule. Especially like you said, I'm making it.
Yeah.
That's true. Cause like with mine and everything, like from high school, like how you were saying, like in high school, you have to fit your schedule to work around your school life. But
Mm-hmm.
like in a college standpoint, you fit your school life around like your schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like your life.
I feel like
It's
it's
like
your
me.
preference, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like me. Like I have classes only on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like a 4 on Tuesday, 4 on Thursday. But like for y'all, for instance, like y'all could have one on a Monday, like two on a Tuesday, one on like a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
just spread out to everyone's preference. So it's not like discriminatory. Like you have your own time to make these adjustments for yourself, and I think that's really beneficial from a schedule standpoint.
No, I
But
definitely
and also like from a work standpoint, it makes things a lot easier too in certain scenarios because like you get to control your hours. Like you can't tell work, oh, I can't come in because I got school. Like I got this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got the set schedule for school. Like I can't work these hours these days, but every other day, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm free. Like I can come in. Like this is what I can do. So I like that a lot. That perspective on it a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. I was gonna say like yeah, like because for me like I try to like balance both because like money's real important to me and so is school. And so I've been able to like get like all the hours that I need necessary and still be like okay for school. For instance, like in high school, like I would still be trying to pull all those hours, but then like I would have to wake up every morning at 8, and that shit would just like drain me.
It's just draining.
So like my grades will start to slip, stuff like that. But now like I have like a good balance to where like I'm not drained at all for school. So I think like that's really benefited me.
Yeah, and even like so for applying for jobs, like I don't have to worry about like, oh my God, what if they don't pick me because of my hours compared to other people?
Mm-hmm.
Like I usually tell like jobs like I'm free every day except Thursday because I practically am. Like my Friday classes end at 9 and I'm done the rest of the day. So it's definitely like, and it's definitely easier like when I'm looking for a job. I don't have to. That's one less thing that I have to worry about when like I'm applying and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I feel like the one thing about I wish I would have learned before like signing up for my classes is like putting all my classes on one day like Brandon did. Cause like the way I had my schedule set up on Tuesday and Thursday, I have it like early, so I'm done by school by 12. And I'm like Mondays and Wednesdays, I start school at 12:30, until 5. So I feel like if someone would have told me or like warned me about just trying to fit all your school days in like 1 or 2 days, I feel like it would have benefited me more. Cause like right now, I work Thursday through Sunday, so it's like I go to school all week just to go back to school or go to work. So it's like I don't really have that free day off.
Well, Gavin.
Special guest.
Special guest, Gav. How's school?
Okay, I wish you could hear you, honestly.
Hate to see it.
I wish you could hear you.
Anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, why'd you end up going to state?
So I really like their business program. So I'm in the business administration management, right? That's my major. They have a really good business school. McCoy Business School is really good. So I was really attracted to that. I was definitely looking for a college that was closer to home. I didn't want to go to I was really thinking about A&M for a while. Like they have an incredible school, but it's really far up. And I'm very family oriented. So like I definitely wanted to be, we hang out a lot. So I didn't want to miss out on that. And I just, university, like the 4-year university really attracted me, especially because they gave me scholarships right out of the bat, like before I applied. So that definitely attracted me. Like I was worried that like if I didn't end up going there with my like right after high school, then I wouldn't get as much money as I did.
Okay.
Do you feel like your friends played like a big factor in making that decision as well, as choosing Texas State?
No, I was like the first one to like talk about it. I've known that I was gonna go to Texas State since probably freshman year. So I was definitely one of the first ones to decide. So I feel like after that, like, not saying that I was like a big like deciding factor, but my friends kind of decided after I decided that they were gonna go. So it was just something that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it made a lot of things easier.
And like you were talking about earlier, do you have like regrets? Like, do you wish you would have gone somewhere else?
Yeah. So especially knowing like what I know now with COVID, I would have 100% gone to visa. One, because I don't know like if it's free or not, but it definitely would have been a lot cheaper. I got nothing from FAFSA, so
yeah, me too.
It's been a lot cheaper, and I
pretty
wouldn't have to pay for a living or anything like that. And it's only like 2 years. I feel like honestly, I feel like COVID's gonna be lasting until like my junior year anyway. So I don't feel like I'm really getting that full college experience.
Yeah.
That I could have gotten, but like before COVID.
Yeah, because I always thought like, yes, I want to go to a university, but from a financial standpoint, like that's very difficult to do. Then like going to a community college has really helped out a lot. You know what I'm saying? So like without having to pay that much expenses, but still trying to get the same like learning environment. You know what I'm saying? The learning field, because we're gonna end up transferring to a university at some point if we're trying to complete a 4-year degree or even more. You know, so whether you're starting from a community college or like a university. It's not that much. It's not the biggest difference. And then at the same time, like we're during a pandemic, so we're basically gonna be on the same thing, like a Zoom thing. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, about 100%.
Well,
all right, guys. Well, that's a wrap for episode 2 of the podcast. Always great to have Juliet, our guest, on.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it for hopping on. First guest of the episode. So we'll get it going. We're gonna see how this one turns out. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Later.
Cool.
See you guys.